I think to be with a guy for 10 years and then throw it away because he cheated on you with some chick that he doesn't care about, I think that's very stupid for a woman to do.
So can a woman cheat on her man?
No, that makes you a whore.
Myron Gaines destroys this delusional feminist in this street side debate on why women belong in the kitchen, as Myron Gaines triggers this woman who wants to complain about marriage, divorce, and abuse as if it's all men's fault, and Myron Gaines turns that narrative around right back in her face. Let's get in.
I'm here to debate on why women should not be in the kitchen.
Okay.
So after marriage, I have a
Stream
question.
went down on. All right, are we back up on YouTube? Yeah. On Myron Gaines X? Yes. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So 50% of marriages in the United States end up in divorce, correct?
Roughly. Yeah.
Yes. So 82% of men in marriages ask for prenups. If you search up that statistic, it is true. What do you expect women whose only capability is being in the kitchen and cleaning to do after that divorce with the prenup? And they don't have any assets or money given to them.
Sure, good question. Well, the family laws actually were written with that taken into account. This is why men get destroyed in divorces a lot of times nowadays, because what's happened is the family court system was created specifically to protect women from that very problem that you mentioned. She devotes her life to him, devotes her life to the family, to the kids, etc. And they don't want it where he rug pulls her, leaves with everything, and she's destitute. So that's why alimony, child support, all of these things were put into place to protect women from that. The problem, though, is that the laws haven't caught up to feminism and progressivism giving women, equal rights and equal ability to earn. So I would say, number one, it's not probable that your husband's going to leave you. It's actually, there's a whole phrase, it's cheaper to keep her. It comes from the concept that it's cheaper for a guy to simply just stay married versus divorce his wife. Most women initiate divorce, like 90%. So I would say there's safeguards in there to kind of deal with the problem that you mentioned, which I get it is a viable concern, but the family court deals with it.
So you believe that even though men may not leave their women because it's cheaper, a woman should stay in her marriage. Let's say he cheated, let's say other issues, because there are other reasons for marriage other than the men specifically leaving the woman.
Yeah. So your question is, do they cheat, or what do you?
No, I'm saying that, for example, a woman might have to leave under her own circumstances, not because the men believes that the marriage shouldn't end because it's cheaper. A woman might leave in any other way.
Yeah.
So when she's out in the world, she cannot get a job because she had not get a college education, and her only experience was working in a kitchen because that is what some men like you believe she should be doing.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is that if she leaves, that's her personal decisions, that she's got to deal with the consequences of that, right? Like if she's going to go ahead and break up her family and leave her husband, there's going to be negative consequences to that, right? Like, I didn't see any complaints for the 10 years where she was with him and she didn't have to work and she was able to kind of chill and, live a certain lifestyle. But then she wants to leave and be able to say, okay, well, I don't want to deal with negative consequences of breaking up my family. And I think that's kind of the bad part is women prioritize their happiness in a relationship over their duty. And they'll leave because they're not happy.
Do you believe happiness should be considered whether it's in domestic abuse situations? Let's say your husband abuses his wife. Do you believe the woman should stay there in that relationship, which could cause trauma to the child because of the family's happiness?
Now, obviously, you're being specific with domestic violence. Though that does occur, it's not the majority of reasons, right? It just comes down to women just not being. Well, here's the thing. Let's have a very honest conversation here. A lot of these phrases are bullshit. Oh, verbal abuse. Oh, emotional abuse. It can literally be him saying, yo, you need to do X, Y, Z, or him critiquing her. And she'll say that's verbal abuse. The problem is that we've basically conflated valid criticism or anything that needs to be said in a relationship to keep it going as abuse. And we tend to defer to what women say and believe them on at face value for everything that they say. So what's ended up happening is women don't really take accountability in relationships anymore, and everything is verbal abuse or I'm being assaulted or verbal assault. I've heard like stupid shit like this. He might say, hey, you know what? I need you to do X, Y, Z. She'll look at that as this is abusive. So not only has it been where we've created like this weird environment where women want to go ahead and destroy relationships, we've also created stupid vernacular to kind of try to criminalize or pejoratively label constructive criticisms or healthy conversations within relationships. Because in other words, the man is always wrong. The woman is always right.
Feminism has screwed women up so much that this young woman comes into the conversation asking about what happens when the divorce eventually happens. Like, they go into a marriage expecting it to fail. They self-sabotage themselves right out of the gate. I mean, it's no wonder it's absolutely destroying relationships. It never had a chance to begin with. But Myron Gaines is exactly right. It's the overwhelming majority of women who choose to get divorced, wreck their families, and are now finding out why they can't find another guy who's going to treat them seriously when they're 35 or 40 and there's nothing there. It's like you had it and you threw it away. And to his point, yeah, the old courts have not caught up to the system now where women are earning the same, going to college, all the same. The laws used to be written for women who were not in that case, and they have not progressed. And the same thing with vernacular, the same way they've allowed women to change language in ways that benefit them. They now have advantage in a lot of the family courts, and that's why men don't want to get divorced. They don't want to have to pay for it. They don't want to have to go through all this crap because it's just simply not worth it. And they know the system and the game is rigged against them to a certain degree, if not the whole thing. And it's always primarily been men, the ones responsible, running the relationship, and they can't do that if they're being curtailed by the system itself. But hit that like button if you're enjoying the video. It really helps the algorithm. I appreciate it. And let's get back in.
So I feel like you're kind of deflecting my point. I'm talking about in a scenario that there is domestic abuse and
For
it
sure.
is in fact
Then yeah,
true.
she should leave. If she's being assaulted, she should leave.
Yes.
But that is not the majority.
Okay, but let's say there is a woman who in this scenario
Sure.
is.
Yeah.
You do believe that she should stay in the kitchen. This woman,
Well, if he's beating her ass, then no.
obviously,
Yeah.
she goes into the real world with a child because obviously no woman is going to leave her child with an abuser with no experience, no job, no degree. No woman is going to survive in that world because we live in an economy where things are extremely expensive, where you do need a degree to survive unless you're going to marry again.
Well,
And most men don't marry middle-aged women with children who are struggling. And that's the realistic
You'd be
scenario.
surprised. There's a lot of simps out there. You'd be surprised.
And
There's a lot of
realistically, there's
simps
not.
out there that would do that. Again, I see the scenario, the specific scenario you're mentioning. Yes, if a guy's beating his wife's ass, yeah, she should leave. But that isn't the majority of the situations. A lot of times it's the woman feels like I could do better, I'm bored, or, you know, I just don't feel the spark anymore. We grew apart. All these bullshit phrases that women use to justify breaking up with a guy because they're not happy anymore, and they leave. So it's not the DV like you're claiming. That could be a part of it, but that's a minority.
Also, men are more commonly in marriages to commit infertility than women. So
To commit what?
infertility, that means cheating. Do you believe that a woman
Infidelity,
should...
you mean? Like
infidelity.
cheating?
Do you believe that a woman should stay?
Okay, I think
Do you
she means
believe
infidelity.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you believe a woman should stay in the marriage?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah. I think a very realistic thing that women need to understand is that men are naturally promiscuous and non-monogamous. So I think to be with a guy for 10 years and then throw it away because he cheated on you with some chick that he doesn't care about, I think that's very stupid for a woman to do.
So can a woman cheat on her man?
No, that makes you a whore.
How come if a woman's putting all this effort into raising the children, into putting all the house that the man cannot do, why can't she cheat then? If the man's not there, if he's always working.
It's simple, because men have to earn their value and women are born with their value.
So women aren't allowed to go and earn their values themselves? Because they're saying they're not allowed to be going out earning their values, but they have to stick there with this value that's given to them by society.
No, well, again, men and women are not equal. We got to start there. Men and women are not equal whatsoever. Okay?
Okay.
So because what you're referring to is you're talking about like blank slate equalism. Men and women are equal and you're kind of operating from there. That's a fallacy. There's no blank slate equalism. Men and women are very different. For example, how old are you?
I'm 16.
What the fuck? 16. Why are you dressed like that?
Okay. That's not the question. And I'm still right.
No,
And
dude, that's the problem right there. Like that's an issue. That's a big issue. No, it's not about that. This proves my point. Why are holy crap. Like 16-year-old girls should be at home, right? Like studying. No, I don't actually. I don't, because this you actually just made my argument for me just now. You just made my argument for me just now by doing that.
Yo, that is messed up. That girl belongs at home, exactly like what Myron said. Like, she should not be out dressed like that. She's got her chest all hanging out. I mean, she's walking around dressed and acting as if she's a grown woman, and she's not. She's not yet. Like, she's absolutely no business. Yo, feminism has corrupted women so bad. Like, they have no class, no shame, no decency. But at the same time, they think they can just come out here and just pretend like they're equal with guys. I mean, it's just absolutely delusional. And at least to the point that they were talking about earlier with, you know, marriage and divorce. Look, she wants to leave, whatever. Having no fault divorce with no protection for the man is what is absolutely destroying marriage, in my opinion. Like, the biggest thing, the fact that women can leave on a whim, like Myron Gaines was just saying. Oh, it can be, oh, if they don't feel the spark or whatever. I literally know guys have had this happen to them. You know, well, I just don't love you the same anymore. And they just leave for a bogus reason. Like, no, you cannot do that and then expect to take half of my shit. No, absolutely not. If you want to leave, that's on your own, but you're going to leave with whatever it is yours. You are not taking mine. And there has to be a line in the sand. If women want to have their own, then they have to respect men's stuff. At the same time, you don't get to take it. It's one or the other. But folks, thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about what Myron Gaines had to say to this apparently 16-year-old delusional feminist in this clip. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.